Hello, Sabrina Alery here with a video tutorial for Clearsnap, and today we're going to be creating this little party clutch made from canvas and our Crafters Pigment inks. It's really easy to create and just the right size for putting a few essentials for the night out. You could also toss it in your diaper bag or your beach bag, just your phone, your keys, your wallet, just those necessities. And to create this, we're going to be using our Crafters inks. These are pigment inks, and they're great for stamping on fabric, wood, any other kind of material than just paper. So we have royal blue, scarlet, sunflower, and fresh green. Then we'll also be using the smooch to accent the bag, the smooch, and also the smooch glitz. The smooch glitch we have in Firecracker and Mystified, and then we have the smooch colors Azure, Gold Lame, and Siren. I'm using a Hero Art stamp set, which comes with the coordinating die, and I just cut a few of those out to use as masks for our bag. I had 2 sheets of this heavy-duty canvas, and I cut that to 9.5 by 13 3/4 inches. 2 sheets, 2 panels of the canvas, and then also the same size for the inside lining. And we just stitched it all up, and even if you don't sew, I assure you that this project is really easy for beginners. It only has a few seams, and really it's just a great little accessory. So let's get started. To start with, I'm just going to fold my canvas panel in half here. This is sort of the layout that I'm going to want my clutch, so I can just see where my design is going to go more precisely. You're going to want to make sure not to stamp too close to the edges of the fabric, because of course that will be lost in the seams. And then starting with the sunflower color, we're going to start laying out our design. I like to start in the middle and then kind of just work my way out so I can see the whole design develop and make sure that it ends up a little bit more evenly. You're going to want to make sure to ink up your stamp nice and juicy with the pigment ink, with the Crafters ink, just because we're stamping on the fabric here and that is a porous surface. The ink will be absorbed a little bit more into the fabric. So again, you're just going to want to have that nice and juicy. Now let me tell you a little bit about our Crafters inks. These are pigment inks, and they come in 14 bright, vibrant colors. The great thing about these pigment inks is that they are permanent when they're heat set. So you can either run an iron over your fabric, or you can use your heat gun. And they're also really great besides stamping on fabric. You can use them on wood, on clay, acrylic, glass, basically any other surface that you want to stamp on than paper. I definitely think these are a really great product to have. If you don't already do a lot of stamping, maybe you just want to design your own fabrics, you're going to add just custom panels to your quilt blocks, and these are a great product to invest in. Maybe if you just want to try stamping on fabric a little bit and you already do a lot of stamping, card making, and you own a lot of inks, you could also use our pigment inks to stamp on fabric. These will be permanent as well when they're heat set. So there's just 2 different options there depending on the level that you want to get committed. Alright, now the colors that we're going to be using, we're going to also be accenting with the Crafters ink. The leaves here I am stamping in fresh green, and then I'm going to add my focal point, which is the blue flowers on top, and then also in the back. And this is the royal blue color. You can see that I'm using these little masks here, and I really love when stamps come with a coordinating die cut, because you can really add a lot of dimension with the masking technique. Some of the flowers here are in the back, some of them are in the front, even though that we're stamping onto a flat surface. It sort of gives that appearance of dimension. So we're just going to be adding 3 of these dark blue flowers here. I think when maybe that's a design principle, I'm not really sure, but I really think when you add things in 3s, that adds a really great effect. And then you can see that I added some flowers in the scarlet as well. And next we're going to assemble the bag. I'm just going to lay the right sides of the fabric together. So the stamped image and then the back outside are going to be on the interior, and we're just going to stitch all the way around the edge. You can run a pinking shears around the corners, especially with the canvas. That'll help to avoid that bulk and make sure you get your corners all the way out. I'm going to insert the lining, which we've also stitched up around the edges, and I've hemmed up just the very edge you can see there. And we're going to lay that inside, lay the seams together, and we're going to pin that to stitch around the edge of the bag. You can use that selvage end there as a guide. And then just open your little clutch up. You can see you're going to want to use some starch and run your iron over the edge of the edge there that folds over, because that'll really help hold that in place. You could definitely add a button or a zipper, but I just wanted to make this project as simple as possible, and that seam is what is going to keep your bag closed. So now we're going to go in and add just a little bit of extra dimension, a little bit of extra texture with our Smooch Accent inks. They are a pearlized color, and they come with this tiny little paintbrush. It sort of looks like a nail polish container, and that gives a really pearlized color. But I'm just going to go into the center of these flowers here and add some little dots to help the flowers just pop a little bit more. And next we're going to take the Smooch Glitz. This is a newer product, and this is also an accent ink, but instead of the pearlized opaque color, we're going to get a sheer glittery color. And the glitter particles are suspended in sort of a gel, and it's liquid adhesive, so it will help the glitter particles stay and not flake off of your project. But I'm just adding that around the flower petals on the scarlet and the royal blue flowers, just to give a little extra pop. And the Smooch comes in 8 colors. That was, again, recently released, and it's just a really, really fun product. We did, I should say, the Smooch colors that we used Gold Lame, Azure, and Siren, and then with the Smooch Glitz, I'm using the Mystified here, which is the blue color, and then the red was the Firecracker. Again, there's also 6 more lovely colors, which also match our mixed media pigment ink. And when we're all done with that, our project is complete. Thank you so much for joining me today. For more ideas and inspiration, please visit clearsnap.blogspot.com, and for product information, please visit www.clearsnap.com.